Hey guys, just doing a few repairs on the RB 180. So basically the last drift day, drift antics, I had a few issues with the car that weren't major. I had a leaking rear brake line the whole day. So just as soon as you pull the handbrake or the foot brake, because it runs off the same system, pissed out oil. So I was just topping it up after each lap, but we won't tell anyone that. And I blew a power steering hose, so I fixed that already. It's just one of the high pressure ones behind the rack there. And also I noticed while I was looking at my brake line problem that my axle, which I've already pulled out, the boot was split. So now if you don't, basically what happens if you don't replace your axle boots is dirt and all the grease that lubricates it goes flying out of your rip in the boot. And it basically seizes up and the CVs just blow to bits, and then you're fucked at the track. So just went down to Repco, and Dwayne and the team from Gisborne Repco just hooked it up. So as always, thank you guys, we really appreciate it. You guys do heaps for us, so it's good shit. And what are you doing today as well?
Yeah, I'll give everyone a rundown.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got my car sort of in the air. Just doing a little bit of maintenance really. We're nice and high on the slip wheel stands. And I don't know if you guys have seen these or not, but quite a few people are getting them now. We were fortunate enough to see Nick at the last event we were at, and he supplied us with a set of the wheel stands as well as some of these toe plates. Now these are super handy. They basically go on the wheel like that on either side, and you have two tape measures, one in there, and you can measure your toe, which will be real helpful for us, because at the moment it's just a guessing game. It's a good eye alignment, so hopefully now we can get a half decent setup on the rear. But yeah, they're pretty good. Like, you get quite a bit of clearance. These would have been real helpful when I was doing my gearbox, but yeah, so at the moment I'm just basically, I might do an oil change or something, because I think since my car's been back it's only had one oil change, so that's probably a good practice that I do that. And what else? Nothing really else has failed or needs replacing. Like, this car is amazing. It just turn the key and drive. That's why there's very little footage on it. It's what you want really, but eventually I think I'll go big turbo and manifold and whatnot like what Jared's done, but at this stage I think I just want to get some seat time. So that's really all that's happening today. Don't have a lot else going on.
And back to these slip wheel stands. He's put a heaps of R&D into it. I think one of them can hold 1 ton, so 1 ton per stand. So that's it's a huge safety thing. You know, you can leave the car up on stands. You don't have to worry about having jacks and stuff. With axle stands, I never trust axle stands. I've always got another jack under there as well, just in case, or tyres or something shoved underneath the sills. So these are safe as, never going to go anywhere.
Yep.
There's an earthquake or something as well, because I think that's why he initially designed them, because his car was on axle stands during an earthquake, the Christchurch ones a few years ago, and it fell off. And you know, obviously, if you're under there, you'd be dead. So very, very trusted.
Yeah. So I actually think that Nick was going to set up a discount code for you guys, and we just want to say a massive shout out and thank you to Nick from Slip. Makes our life safer. Hopefully we live a little bit longer.
What are you doing now?
Fixing things.
Oh, nah, that's unfixable.
Before everyone says, why are you bothering, just buy another one, I want to have a go at fiberglass. Simple as that.
Wait, show us the other side.
So this bumper got run over.
Wasn't it in like 3 pieces?
Yeah, it was in 3 pieces. And I remember Josh saying to me, "That's fucked, you're not going to get that back together." So I was like, okay, challenge accepted, and just stitched it together with like 60 cable ties. And actually managed to use it back on my car, which it's been cable tied up like this for a long time now, probably over a year. So I thought, I've got nothing else to do, so I thought I may as well try give fiberglassing a go and have a bit of a practice on this, which I actually thought it was a lot harder than what it was. for the most part, for what I've done so far, like I've already just patched up this bit here and this bit down here, and it seems it's pretty simple. So I guess the next part is just finishing all the fiberglassing and then just filling all this with like body filler and then sanding it back and getting it painted. But I think it's a real handy thing to know, especially with all the fiberglass we run on our cars, and drifting's not exactly the most forgiving sport to fiberglass. Like things are always getting broken.
Oh, that's a one cone history to your kit.
Yeah, and well, prior to this, I was always the cable tie master. Like all my guards cable tied up. You can see here, just cable tied stitching everywhere.
Shit, look, this was all stitched. You can still see all the holes there, but now it's fiberglass. So what are you doing? Just basically fiberglass on the inside, and then gonna.
Yeah. So
here it is. Here it's just like this matte stuff. Place that on, and then you put the resin on.
yeah.
See, there you just cut it to a position, place it where you wanted, and then
Just basically I'll put a layer of resin along the bottom where the glass is going to sit, and then put the fiberglass matting in, and then put another layer over top, and then even put another layer of fiberglass on top of that, and then resin on top of that.
depends how strong you want
That's
it.
it.
You could have a bloody concrete body kit if you really want.
Yeah, at the moment I'm only doing 2 layers, so I'll see how that goes, and if it's strong enough I'll just leave it like that, but if it does still feel a little bit flimsy, I might just put another layer or so in the parts where it needs to be strengthened, and hopefully from there it'll be good. But another thing too for these is it's quite hard to find body kits for these, especially Mark IIs.
Yeah, chasers are a bit easier.
Like chasers are okay in New Zealand now, but Mark II seem to be a little bit of a struggle. I have seen a few pop up, but they're like around $1,000 for a kit, which isn't too bad, but I kind of refuse to spend that much because, for one, I know that it's just going to get demolished the first track day I have on it. I'll hit a cone or something. So, easier just to fiberglass it, back up, repair it, learn.
Be interesting to see how it comes out for a first timer.
But it seems pretty strong for the most part already, like, and only being 2 layers. So, if anyone knows how to make molds of stuff, that'll be pretty cool. Hit us up, let us know.
Yeah, start making our own body kits.
Yeah,
Heaps good.
heaps good. What?
What are the viewers gonna say when they see it?
No, you're doing it wrong. This is not how you fiberglass. No.
Fiberglass still trips me out, eh?
It's a weird concept.
Like, look at it.
How does that have strength?
I don't know, but it's heaps good.
So this is what it's like, the resin. It's blue, and then it dries clear. It's quite interesting.
This, I think this is hardener,
The activator,
the activator.
maybe. We don't even know, we just found that.
Because as you can see,
It could be anything. It could be lemonade.
NE label.
But Gazza reckons, oh well, it's been going hard, so it must be working.
Oh, it's rock solid, look at this.
It could be gin, just like alcohol.
It's rock
Activating
solid,
it.
So.
No problem.
And prior to that, I tried like the bulk hardener, mix some of that in there, but I don't think that worked. I tried some of that. There was some paint hardener in there as well. I was like, chuck some of that in. But that didn't work either. And I found that. Put a bit of that in, and then it went hard. So
Oh well, if it works, it works.
I'm not sure how hard you're supposed to go sanding back the workpiece,
Workpiece.
or where you're gonna fiberglass, but I just give it a little scuff up, and then slap the resin on, slap the fiberglass on, g'day.
Bob's your auntie.
And that is heaps good.
What'd you say?
Film this, we on.
Film what?
So, you gotta add the activator,
You actually don't even know, eh?
which is think it's 25 ml to 1 litre, so how much is that?
Yeah, go pour it and I'll tell you. I'll say when.
A couple hundred ml, oh, is it like 300 ml, I guess? Oh!
Oh yeah. That's heaps.
No, that's heaps good. That's it. That's exactly.
Now mix it thoroughly. Oh.
Quite runny, eh?
Yeah, it is quite runny. It's a bit of a tricky situation when you try to put it on something that's, you know, then the gravity, you know, it doesn't stay there. Bit tricky.
That's it. Don't even know what kind of resin this is either. Might be polyester, it might be epoxy. Who would know?
How would you know there's even a difference?
Because I've googled things.
Google doesn't though.
YouTube tutorials do though.
They do. Anything I don't know, YouTube tutorials will know.
Right. Come. Now what you're going to do, I think a paintbrush is like most effective, but you know, we use the tools we've got available.
We've got Wackle tools available.
So we just use the bog spreader. Now, with it being on the floor, I actually hope it doesn't stick to the floor.
No!
Because it'll be all bad. It will be all bad.
You wanna lather it on.
Yeah, you do want to lather it on. With the resin.
Oh, nah. Too much. That's thick. Did you even cut it to length?
NE rag.
No, we ran out. Once again, we don't have the tools. See, that's the tricky thing, eh? Keeps falling.
That's it.
Oh,
This is the problem.
that is the problem.
See? It's changing colour.
Oh, it's not blue anymore.
No.
Interesting. You're making a mess on the deck.
Oh, I'm actually worried, eh? It's going to be fiberglass to the floor.
Oh yeah.
It is all the beds.
Nah. So is this the bumper that got ran over on Toge?
It is.
Took the corner tooth sharp and bumper fell off. Man reckons keep on drifting and ran straight over it.
Yeah, well I heard it. I heard it like dragging on the ground because I cut the corner going up that first, well the first corner going up the hill. And I heard it going like on the ground. I was like, oh, surely it's just obviously slightly fallen off. And then I get to the end of the corner and then it just goes boof and sucked it underneath the car, run it over, and then just it exploded.
Oh,
And that's where we are today.
big problem. Sometimes you just gotta sacrifice your run to save your fiberglass.
That's it.
It's a big call, like, cause spur of the moment, you're just hissing and you don't want to stop. But times like this, you'll regret it. You'll be bloody swimming in resin in a second. Here. How much?
Yeah, whoa! Not too much.
After problem.
Big problem. This is going to be probably one of the strongest bumpers in the game.
How much?
Yeah. Whoa!
Did any go in?
Too much after problem. Gonna set too quick now.
What's it gonna go off like?
A pork chop in the sun.
That's it. Clumpy here. That's what happens. Too much activate, it gets too thick.
It's too...
3 C's, no K.
Well, there we go. All finished. I'm sure someone in the comments is going to tell me how I should have done it, but That's how I've done it, and obviously it's the only way I know how to do it because it's my first time fiberglassing. So, but it should come out all good. That'll probably be it for this video. So we shall see you in the next one. Like it.
Beef.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?